And we are live. Coach, how are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful, man. Thanks for having me. I feel like I'm home with the honey badgers because it's the third time. This is the third time I've been
I
in the
know,
in the last few weeks.
I know. We were chatting about it, and Al goes, "Hey, Kitch, can you get on with Coach?" I'm like, "Hell yeah, I'll get on with Coach." Absolutely. So I'm, I've had the opportunity. I was actually in the room with Jay and Al in Nashville, coming up on a year, and all three of us were moved in a way that we haven't been moved in a while,
Mm.
and and I remember, I've known, been with Jay since 2004, so I know the look when I see the look, and he kind of turned and looked at me, and I knew, and he is that guy, right? He's the guy that will walk to the back of the room. He'll beat you back there before you get back there, and that's what he did, and so it was really, it was for me, for him, for Al, obviously, selfish and what I've been able to learn and do things with you, but I was really happy for them at that moment because they needed Coach Burt.
Yep.
And one of the themes that Glenn had been pushing prior to that event was coast, right? Too many of you in here are coasting,
Mm-hmm.
and you're not, really pushing. And I think what really got us, what I saw, what got Jay was when you were talking about igniting Pray Drive.
Yep.
And I know, you have 6 core foundational, pillars that you hit on, and Pray Drive is the number one. And I know, if you guys haven't had a chance to connect with Coach in any way, most people are struggling with that one right there. And
Yeah.
so being able to have that, but I'm super, super excited to get to see you again in a couple weeks in Orlando. And so what do we have in store for the folks?
Well, it's interesting that you mentioned Pray Drive because I'm going to be doing $1 Million Follow Up, or some people call it Fanatical Follow Up, and that's what Jay and Al wanted me to do there. But all of that starts with Pray Drive. Pray Drive is instinct to pursue. Okay. When I wrote the book $1 Million Follow Up, it was about how you pursue a deal, how you pursue a lead. Okay. And since then, my mind has expanded. It's now become, how do you pursue an opportunity?
Mm.
How do you pursue a strategic partner? Because you have these thoughts about people who can help you and people you need to be. I had one just a minute ago because some real powerful people are coming into Nashville. And I thought, man, I should ask one of those guys over here to my condo tonight just to spend some time with him personally. See, that's a Pray Drive moment, but it never manifests until you follow up on it. So follow up.
Coach, how come people, they get these ideas, and one of the things that I took from you that I challenged my people with was, what are your Blue Marlin relationships, your top 5 Blue Marlin relationships you're going to pursue this year?
Yep.
And, I looked at, you were one of mine. And so, I ended up at the lodge and everything like that. And so what stops somebody from taking that action?
A consideration, which is an internal thought that prohibits an action. A fear. A consideration is a fear of embarrassment, fear they may say no, fear they may reject you, fear you may be embarrassed. See, what we have to first remove in the follow-up is to understand the purpose of the follow-up is to help another person make a decision. It's to invite them to something. It's to offer them to go deeper with you. It's to pursue a relationship, okay? But it's to help the other person with information. It's to help them understand how it could help them if they took action. It's to get them overcome their fears. But the number one reason people don't follow up the way I follow up is just fear of some kind of response back to them. And so I would tell you that there's millions of dollars lost in the follow-up, not only on the buyer and seller side in real estate, but on the agent attraction side, but on the partnership. See, you don't need more money. If I present an idea to a guy, like I presented an idea to Bradley. Bradley's one of my friends. He founded Lightspeed. He just moved to Nashville. I said, man, we should do a virtual summit together. He's got a following of 600,000 or 700,000 people on Instagram. A lot of people like him. I know we can convert that to money if he and I do something together. Okay. But that has to be followed up on. Do you have enough information to make a decision? Do you need to see the financials? Do you have a date yet? Can I get a commitment from you? We need to start the marketing. See, once you make a decision, the decision has to be followed up by a commitment, and it has to be followed up again by a commitment. And this is what I just don't think we're wired this way. Just to be honest with you, John, I think we're wired to play defense in life versus offense, right? And if you study the brain is hardwired to survive. It does not know how to thrive. It does not know how to play offense. So I come along, and because of my background in coaching, I package concepts up and I go, look, here's how to follow up 7 to 15 touches. Here's linear, nonlinear. Here's how to explain your value. Here's how to make a decision in the first 15 seconds if this is a viable opportunity or not. Here's how to bring it to a close. Here's how to overcome the fear. Here's how to, the 5 steps of overcoming objection. Like I just continue to, like a scientist, dissect these things until I go, okay, this is exactly what you need to say when the person is close to making a decision, right? And what I have found as a coach for 30 years is you got to tell people just like that. This is exactly what you got to say. This is exactly how you got to say it. This is the rhythm. You got to do it. Okay. There's a certain way. And that's really what I'm going to be teaching in Orlando to the EXP at the shareholder meeting is, man, what is the science of follow-up? I guarantee you every agent that's in the room can pick up 5 to 15 deals right now that's in their network just by learning this. I guarantee you'll change the way you follow up on agent attraction. It'll change the way you follow up on just opportunity in life. Okay. And I'm a practitioner on what I preach. I practice what I tell people to do.
Yeah. Every day. I know you do. And I've gotten the text, I've gotten the voice, the video text. So it's inspiring to see, and it's inspiring to see it in action. And so, being able to take that and really learn from it. I'm just looking at, some of my notes from, Monday's growth call, where you kind of unpacked all 6 again of the core foundation for what it is that you do, and really looking at the follow-up and the conversion side of things. Where do you see most people stop? We talk 7 to 15 touches. I mean, it just feels like people go 1 to 2 touches.
They don't understand that there's 2 things they don't understand about follow-up. One, we live in a very distracted world. To get the attention of a guy like Jay Kinder or Al Stacey may take 7 touches, even if they want to do something, because of the demand and volume and right. Okay. So it may take 7 touches just to get them to pay attention and be in a place where they're not distracted. Okay. Okay. That's one. So people don't understand that, man, we're busy. If you're trying to get my attention, it's hard to get my attention. I'm moving.
Especially people that are doing a lot of things that are doing, they are busy. They're distracted. They've got a lot of stuff.
They're people of interest. So you gotta follow up to get their attention. That's problem 1. Number 2 problem is, and the methodology you use is to understand this simple thing. Money is only going to exchange hands when a problem is solved. So see, I see a lot of people try to sell me something, John, but they're selling me something that's not in alignment with a priority I have or a real problem that I have.
Would you share because you were over the weekend, you were looking at a couple new lodges, and kind of share what the agent did. I think this will be super, super beneficial, this story, because it's exactly what we're talking about right here.
Yeah, the agent, I went down to look at some retreat properties in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and he's very polite, very friendly, and that's good. That's not bad. But my real problem is I'm looking for passive income. Okay, and I'm very specific about this. I'm looking for a property, John, that can produce at least $120,000 of passive income after all expenses are paid. Plus, I can do 3 or 4 retreats and add another couple $100,000, so I can pick up a lift of maybe $350,000 from the property. Okay. Well, the first property we looked at was in the mountains. It could be rented, but it needed a lot of work. And, I just didn't have a good vibe. And then we went and looked at a beautiful property, absolutely gorgeous. Be great for a home for me. I loved it. My wife loved it, but we can't rent it because it's in a subdivision. And in Chattanooga, they got a moratorium right now on new applications. And if you do, see, I learned all this after the fact. If you do want to rent a house in Chattanooga, you have to put a sign in the front yard. And if 4 neighbors oppose you renting it, They squashed the application.
Uh,
And I'm like, oh, this is so risky. So the agent really didn't listen, and he didn't hear what I was saying to him. And the follow-up should be, number one, Coach, I'm going to go find exactly what you're looking for in Chattanooga, whether on market or off market. You gave me direction. You gave me guidance. Coach, I'm going to do all my homework. I'm going to only take you to properties that can produce. I'm going to talk to Airbnb experts. I'm going to find out which ones can have the potential of at least 120,000 of net positive income. I'm going to get you a great retreat site. And Coach, with your permission, I'm going to keep going until we have something closed here. Does that sound good to you? And I would say, go get it, man. If you will do all those, because here's what happened in that deal. I had to find an Airbnb expert. I had to run the properties through them. See, you understand where I'm going? The agent just hasn't been trained in how to follow up appropriately, which is, what's my real problem? My real problem is passive income. I'm looking for passive. I love retreats. I love Chattanooga. So you got two things going for you. But the one thing you got to do is listen and follow up. And if you're, Jill Conrath used to say this, if you are not simple, if you are not invaluable, if you are not aligned, if you're not a priority, then people are not going to take action. So the way to really sell a person something is to find the real problem and try to solve that problem and keep coming back to that problem. That's what people don't do. They just try to sell a product or a house.
Yeah, no, I love that. That story really resonated, and it comes back down to, once you understand it, but then it's putting it into action and training on it and learning about it, all the time is what's key.
Yep. And selling. And this is something that a lot of people don't do anymore. They don't sell. They don't initiate. They don't follow up. They don't get people excited. I'm sitting in a condo right here, John. If you guys can see this, it's a 1 point. This got panoramic views of downtown Nashville. This is one of my favorite places. I rent this for $5,600 a month. I wanted to purchase it. I offered $1.75 million to buy this condo. Okay, and the guy wanted 1.8. Rates jumped up right as I was getting ready to buy it. Rates jumped up 2%, which changed the payment from $6,000 and something to $8,000 and something. Still doesn't mean I won't buy it, John, because I want it, because I'm building my greatness factory downstairs. So I want to be able to get on the elevator, go down to my greatness factory. Ask me how many times the agent has followed up and tried to actually sell me the condo.
None.
Zero. See, when I said I'd offer 1.75, we're only $500,000 off on this property. Okay. Now, not one time has that agent followed back up and said, okay, let's put a deal together. Meet me here. Or he won't take less than 1.8. Coach, how can we get you there? Coach, what's going to happen when your rent is up and you don't have a place? On a scale of 1 to 10, how bad do you want this place? Let me work with the lender. Let me tighten these payments up. Let me see what we can do for you. It's a $1.8 million condo. Like, for the love of God, the commission would be good. I don't understand. I want to purchase it. I don't understand why I have to do all the work and try to convince them to sell it to me.
They don't have a process of how to follow up. They don't understand. And I know it's part of the legacy selling side of things, but how you break and segment your lists up, and with certainty, and your team knows with certainty of who's there. Like you're in the red zone.
That's right. I've been in the red zone from the minute I said I'm a qualified buyer. I'm approved for the loan. Now, if there's a discrepancy in the appraisal value and the price, that still doesn't mean I won't buy it. Because here's what I figured out about humans, John. When somebody wants something bad enough, you can't stop them from going and doing it.
That's right.
Even if it makes no sense whatsoever. If they make up their mind that they want something, it don't matter if they have to pay overprice for it. So your job as an agent is to, this is very important what I'm about to say to the honey badgers, is to go and see it all the way through to its conclusion. Yep. And the conclusion is either I'm out, I'm not buying it for 1.8 million. I'm just going to rent it. Or we keep going until we have a deal put together. You want to sell it. I want to buy it. The job of the agent is to keep working it. Keep following up with both of us. Get creative. Come up with something cool. Figure out some way we can put it together, but don't stop.
Don't stop.
Until you bring it to a decision.
That's it. That really, really resonated with me. And, understanding kind of what you teach is, the purpose is to get them to make a decision, and you see it to its conclusion.
Right.
And if you just remember those two things, and it's what being a honey badger is all about.
Well, honey badger's tough, relentless, and that's something that can be taught. Like, it's a lot of debate on, do people have this or don't. Like, I was a basketball coach. I didn't have any sales skills when I started my business. I learned this is follow up. This is how you sell. This is how you articulate. Then I started applying these things and going, man, even as I'm talking to you, people come to mind I should be following up with. Like, it's like,
yes.
I'm just talking about it. They're literally everywhere. See, it's not just on a deal. It's on a strategic partnership.
Mm-hmm.
It's on an opportunity. You don't need more money. You need more people.
That's
the
right.
People have the money. So anybody who can get you in front of more people, you need to be connecting to.
Yeah.
Not just to sell them something, but to connect to them.
Yeah. Jay and I were talking about this earlier this week too, right? It's to the many, through the one to the many, however, that's like, who's got your people?
Right.
Who's got your people? So, Coach, I really appreciate you jumping in, hanging out with us for a few minutes, bringing a ton of value, and really, we really want to see as many of these honey badgers that are going to be in Orlando at EXP shareholders. And I know we had a question pop up. Somebody said, hey, if I'm not going to shareholders, can I still go to this event? Absolutely, you can. Yeah. So it's been on the ticker here, honeybadgerevents.com. Go get your tickets. We've got Coach Tuesday afternoon from 4 to 6. And if you guys haven't had the opportunity to get in front of Coach, he'll move you. It'll definitely change. You'll walk out a changed person. And cannot encourage all of you guys listening in to get your tickets, get there, be present, get plugged in with Coach. But Coach, for those that are not able to make it to Orlando, that are not able to come join us, but they know they want to go deeper with you, what's the best way for them to connect and do that?
First step is, from Orlando, we're going to roll out a 4-week series for the Honey Badger Nation on $1 Million Follow Up. It's going to be a 4-week course with me. It's only $97. Jay and Al have the link. I'll send you the link. But it's going to be a 4-week course. So we're going to try to get as many honey badgers as we can. It's every Thursday in July, and it's going to be 1 hour. The first 2 will be on agent attraction. The last 2 will be on buyers and sellers. But it's my follow-up system, and we expect, who knows, 1,000, 2,000 people to get on that.
That is
and go through that
no-brainer ever.
And it's only $97. So if you come to Orlando and be in the room with me, that would be a great place to start with me. You've come to my lodge outside of Nashville, and that's, always being in a room with me is important. Mm-hmm. But that'd be a great place for you guys to start, is just get in that 4-week series with me. They'll post it in the links, and just join me, and let's break down the psychology of follow-up. Okay. Very tactical. That'd be a good place.
I love it. Cannot wait. Coach, appreciate you. Look forward to seeing you on Tuesday. Have a great, powerful weekend, and we'll see you.
All right. Thank you, guys. Have a great day. God bless you.